All right, it is early betting for July 22nd. Me and Mike are here. We're going to go through the Positive EV page, and we got a few other plays that we're going to talk about too for tomorrow. Baseball is back in full swing. We're excited about it. Don't forget, there's a link below for the OddsJam Player Prop mobile app. Go click that link, and I've got it fixed. It'll take you directly to the page now. Finally fixed that, Mike. Way to go, Bob. Discord link below. You want some paid picks? We got them. I think there's a few. Are there any free picks in there? It's all paid picks now, Mike.
Yeah, Bob. There's all kinds of stuff in there. There is free picks.
Okay. All right. We got to get to, but we'll have to share that here soon. Click the links below for the best sports books in your state. And don't forget the OddsJam Partner Program. Live chat is available. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and fill out the form below in the description to get a personal one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 a month. Sports betting, we've got TikTok, OddsJam_nuts, starting next week. Mike at oddsjam.com, Bob at oddsjam.com. All right? Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. This is our first early betting show since actually July 15th, so 6 days ago, almost a week without doing this show because of the lack of stuff that was out there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with me sharing my screen, and I've got a few positive EV plays that I want to look at. And then we're going to break down a couple of games for tomorrow. But let's start off with, Mike, when I see a guy in tennis on the money line and a game spread, it makes me want to bet him, especially when it's a 12-cent market width. Mike, I'm doing it. Nicholas Jerry on the money line against Albert Ramos Vinolas. See, I can speak. Plus 100 on the OddsJam perfect line. Plus 106 when you take the juice out. Once again, 12-cent market width. I'm getting it for plus 110. And I had a bet yesterday that was a tennis bet that came through, and that was pointed out this morning by a listener and a follower and a viewer, and so I'm doing it again.
Nice.
All right. Also, we've got tomorrow, Orioles and Yankees over 9. A 12-cent market with minus 108 on the perfect line, or Pinnacle, sharpest book in the world. Minus 102 when you take the juice out. Plus 105 on Caesars, Mike. I think we should hit it.
Yeah, I can roll with you on that over, Bob. Certainly, when you consider the way things are going for the Yankees, not very many runs in that first game against Houston.
Right.
Last I saw, down 2-0 early, though, in that game to Houston, but definitely a lack of offense for them right now. So I think we can expect an outbreak if that continues.
Down 5-0.
Let's go, Astros. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad we were here because Houston Astros money line. Whoa. No, let's not celebrate yet, guys. Come on, let's be realistic.
We've got Mets and Padres tomorrow night, under 6.5. What's your thoughts on that? Another 12-cent market with Mike, plus 110.
So tomorrow you're taking the under. You got Darvish and Scherzer. Yeah, you got to jump with that 6.5 a little low. Maybe look and see if there's anything we can. Is there an under 7.5 anywhere? Maybe take a look at that too and see if we can get some even better. I mean, right now that is the standard line, the under 6.5, over or under. But yeah, first glance, I like it, Bob.
Now this is setting things up with the regular main market and alternate market. I'm going to switch to player props here, Mike.
Okay.
And I'm going to change my market with these filters are great, folks. If you're on here, you got to check them out. There's really only one player prop for tomorrow, and that's Cal Quantrill over 17 and a half player outs, meaning that he's got to pitch 6 innings.
Yeah. This is a guy that has over 100 innings pitched already. And,
Okay.
I do think that is possible.
Okay. It's a 34-cent market with minus 138 on the perfect line, minus 118 when you take out the juice, minus 115 on DraftKings. You know what? Let's hit it for a half a unit. All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here for a second, folks. Go back and see if we got anybody in the chat. There he is, Steven Rivera. So he had this earlier. He's feeling the Phillies on the money line, Brewers run line, and Ohtani over on K's. Angels play the Braves, and the Braves strike out second most in the league. So
Yes.
you know Ohtani's going to rack them up.
Yep.
Let's go to the odds page. I'm going to do that right now and look at those plays. Let's go with the Phillies.
And Charlie Morton, I think if you find anything on Charlie Morton tomorrow on strikeout props, the only team that strikes out more than the Braves, as Steven I know knows, is the team that Ohtani's pitching for, the Los Angeles Angels.
Right.
So, love that. Love all those, Steven. And the Phillies on the money line, I think we can get good value on them money line really, really early.
All right, so let's look at it. Minus 128 on the Pinnacle line. Minus 130 is as good as we can get it on DraftKings and Caesars right now. Your thoughts on that, Mike?
I mean, yeah, I love the matchup here for the Phillies. Obviously, it is in Philadelphia. The Cubs are not a good team. Steele is on the mound for the Cubs, a guy that's 3-6 over 4 ERA. Phillies are a high-scoring team. When they score, they score. So I would definitely take the Phillies on the money line here. I think is a very good bet, and at minus 130. That's pretty good value. So I think that's worth adding to the bet tracker and tracking where the value goes with that.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Why are we not talking Phillies on the run line?
That is a good point. You can look at that and see. Now, the problem there is, Bob, is the Phillies are not a team per se that are a great ATS team.
Okay. All right.
But that doesn't mean you stay away from it. Let's see what kind of value we got on. And actually,
here's the value.
I take that back, Bob. I'm dead wrong. The Phillies are a very good ATS team. Yes, okay. Look at that bet.
Well, here it is, plus 148 on the perfect line, and we can get it at plus 152 on FanDuel.
Yeah, that's decent right there. I think what you do is you put a half a unit on them for the run line and you put a full unit on them for the money line, and you roll with that because, yes, they're playing a bad team in the Cubs. They are good against the spread. Now, you've got to take that for what it is. Are they better against the spread on the plus 1.5 or the minus 1.5? Right. Either way, it's the Cubs. Let's roll with it.
Okay, so here's one other thing.
This is why you line shop, too.
Exactly. I'm not going to do this right now. We now have a parlay builder on the website. We're going to go through. It just hit. I'm not going to demonstrate it on tonight because I want to know what the heck I'm doing before I do it. But it's going to be, that's another great addition to OddsJam. It's fantastic. All right, let's go to this Brewers game, Mike. Which he was talking Brewers on the money line.
Izzy's letting us know too.
She doesn't like the Brewers, does she?
No, she's a Cardinals fan, so she certainly doesn't like the Brewers, but we know who's on the mound for the Brewers. So hard to go wrong there.
Let's take a look at this. Brewers and Rockies. It's at Milwaukee.
Okay.
I believe he said run line on this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at it. Minus 1.5. Minus 115 on the perfect line. Get it for minus 115. There's no extra value here. It's pretty well normal. Minus 115 at DraftKings, Caesars, and PointsBet. I'm going to roll with you, Steven. What do you say, Mike? With Burns on the mound, I think we got to do it.
Yeah, and it looks like there is 1 cent difference in what you can get it for on BetMGM on the Rockies plus 1.5 as opposed to what Pinnacle's giving you at plus 104. I mean, technically it's, I guess, positive. It's a 1 cent difference, but yeah, I'm not going against the Brewers with Burns on the mound. Now, here's one thing to note: the Brewers are not a good ATS team.
Okay, all right, I'll keep that in mind. They are playing the Rockies, who's not a very good team. All right, let's get to this Angels Braves game, and let's take a look at the strikeouts for Ohtani. And now, are you kidding me? See, this sometimes this happens. Sometimes the odds have not made it yet. So at least to the website, we haven't gotten that information. That does happen sometimes. There's nothing we're going to be able to do there. As you can see, this is all blank. When you come along here and you see that there's no numbers there at all, you're not going to be able to get anything right now. So with that being said, let's take a look at Reds Cardinals, because this is one I want to look at. I want to look at Cardinals run line in this game against the Reds. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, so I mean the Cardinals have dominated the Reds, right? They've done very good, and as an away favorite, Bob, the Cardinals are 9-6. Pretty decent. They have had a lot of success pretty recently with Cincinnati, especially in St. Louis. Now, as I said, this isn't Cincinnati, but the Cardinals have been decent as a favorite on the road. So I think we got to look at the run line, because once again, the Cardinals are a team that are pretty good against the spread.
Unfortunately, Mike, that run line number is not available yet here.
Top 5, your top 5 in all of baseball, ATS. So certainly a team you want to look at often on the run line there. So
okay, that's one we're going to have to look at tomorrow. Okay, there's no two ways about it. We'll have to look at it tomorrow.
Steven, I'm pretty sure Waino's on the mound for the Cardinals.
He is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be pitching tomorrow, and Ashcraft for Cincinnati.
Right.
And Ashcraft's not a bad pitcher, but like we said, the Cardinals they really have beat up on Cincinnati pretty good.
Let's look at what we hit, Mike. We hit Nicholas Jerry on the money line in tennis on Caesars plus 110. We hit Yankees and Orioles over 9 plus 105 on Caesars. Every one of those so far beating the closing line value. Mets and Padres under 6.5 plus 110 on Caesars. Cal Quantrill minus 115 over 17.5 player outs on DraftKings. We took the Phillies on the money line at minus 130 over the Cubs on Caesars. We also took the Phillies minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 152 on FanDuel. And then we took the Brewers on the run line, minus 1.5, minus 115 on DraftKings. That kind of gives you an idea of what we're doing tomorrow. Let's get to some comments here. Mike. Okay, yeah, he copied and pasted that. Thanks, Steven. Should I delete a bet or set it as refunded on the bet tracker if it's not beating the closing line value and I cashed out? Okay, if you cash out, I would completely delete the bet. Honestly, that's what I would do. That's not. I don't ever track that kind of stuff. Parlay Builder, yay, yeah. Adrian likes that. How you doing, Adrian? Thanks for shopping for me. You guys are the best. Thank you, Steven. No pitcher declared for the Cards yet.
We got to that.
Yeah, we thought Waino was on, but okay. What website do you guys use for the ATS team standings? Mike is all over that. Mike, what are you using for your ATS information in baseball.
Yeah, I just go to teamrankings.com. It's a very good site to use to get all that information. You can find out what teams are doing all around on against the spread or at home as a home favorite, as a home dog, road dog. Any of that stuff is all on there. So that's what I utilize and apply it somewhat into this handicapping. But as we all know with baseball, these underdogs are going to win.
So,
got to know when to pick them. And actually, that's kind of what worries me. Tomorrow is a spot that Cincinnati Ashcraft on the mound. It could be their day,
could be. We'll find out.
We can't second guess what we already laid money on.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Good.
Don't forget that OddsJam Player Prop mobile app, folks. You got to get there with that in the Discord link. Get to both of those, okay? We'll talk more and do more sharing on Discord. We're going to get to the parlay builder here soon. I'll be looking at that overnight. Mike will be looking at it. We'll check it out. It's going to be great. All right. That ends our show.